Hi everybody again, the Gadgets and Wheels here, just with another little video. I just wondered, for those people who have recently had bike accidents, and I know there are one or two people that I follow on YouTube, motor vloggers who have had bike accidents and haven't been on their bike now for some time, what you get up to, what you do to sort of fill the time, I suppose. I mean, I guess it depends on how badly you've been injured and whether you can actually go back to work and do the usual things, motorbike store there, or whether you can do the usual things but just don't have a bike to ride, and you have to do with all the insurance stuff and that kind of thing. So I just wondered what you get up to and how things are going, and how you deal with a sort of boredom, I suppose, of not having a bike if you find yourself having had an accident like that. I know the road conditions here in the UK have been pretty treacherous actually. The conditions today are perfect. It's cold, but it's not that cold, and it's also, not only is it not that cold, but it's bone dry. You know, the roads are dry today, so I think if it gets cold and the roads are dry, you don't really have any great problems. The trouble with being in the UK, with it being a sort of a fairly small island nation, as it were, it gets a hell of a lot of rain from, you know, the clouds that are collecting from the sea and working their way over land, and then we get lots of rain here, so the road conditions are usually wet through winter, and if they're wet and it's freezing, then of course you've got lots of ice. So I stopped going out on the bike for a while. I've got it back out today for the first time, and I'm just having a little run out and about. But I'd sort of seen quite a few people on YouTube saying they'd had accidents. Some of them have taken sort of 6 to 10 weeks to recover from the accidents they've had. I think one guy, I can't remember his actual YouTube name, to be honest. It's Matty something or other, but I can't remember it. And he's been recovering. Both his wrists were broken, and various other damage that he had with a car that drove into him at some traffic lights. And he seems to have been off his bike for a long time. He's put 1 or 2 YouTube videos up showing the aftermath of the bike, which looks to be in quite a state. I know that Spicy at 110 also had an accident earlier in the year. I'm thinking that was in November, sometime in November, but I can't quite remember when it was. But again, his bike's been written off, and he's got a damaged knee and damaged hand on his left side, so he's got no bike to ride at the minute, and he's struggling to afford to get a replacement bike, and obviously he's not quite in the right shape yet to get on a bike anyway. But I guess dealing with the boredom of being used to being out on a bike every day for some of these guys, and then not being able to do that, must be quite an experience. Interesting to hear what your plans are for holidays in 2013. I know, I think there have been 1 or 2 sort of trips and things arranged on the internet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do actually this year. Not sure what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to go on holiday on the bike or what the hell I'm going to do yet. I haven't really decided. It's going to be one of those years for me where I just pretty much feel my way through, I think, as I'm working my way through what's going on, and I'll just kind of make a decision as it happens. I'm not going to put myself under any pressure or stress this year, actually. I'm sure work will give me enough of that. targets. It looks like it's going to be a busy start to the year. I've got to pull together a sort of £20 million business case within the first 4 weeks of the year with a team of consultants, team of people from one of the management consultant companies, and to be quite honest, they're not always that good at doing this sort of this, but they claim to be good at this kind of thing, and some of them, one or two of them are, but the vast majority of people they take on, in my experience, are fairly green to all of this stuff and don't really have a great deal of experience. So it's going to be a busy start to the year, and I think it's going to be a challenge for me to pull that business case together in the first 4 weeks. Probably once again it means that I'm going to be working some long hours. I'm not getting paid for the bloody hours, I don't get paid overtime, which I did as well on the run up to Christmas. I worked 2 full days over the weekend, 2 weekends before Christmas, and didn't get any time off in lieu or any pay for doing that, so I kind of feel like it's time I had a few weekends to myself. And even though I've had the Christmas break, I mean, I've had to use up the holidays that I have to do that, I didn't get any time back at all. So work can sometimes take over your life, and I suppose if you're sort of like Baron von Grumble running your own business, then it's certainly worth investing time and effort, and your own personal time and effort, because effectively you're investing that time and effort back into yourself, into your own company. But if you're working for a corporation or any large organisation, and those guys are sort of saying, well, you know, we want you to work all the hours God sends, but we're only going to pay you your standard wage, which is the sort of setup that I have, then it ain't that good at all, to be quite honest. Anyway, that's my ramblings for this video. I hope you're all in good shape and carry on to be good for the next part of 2000, the first part of 2013, and I shall hopefully see you in my next video. Bye for now.